Hey folks, Odd here with your OtrWldNws. Current time is 9:34 p.m. May 23rd, 2013. Got a lot of stuff to go over today, so bear with me here, folks. Alright, Anonymous, hashtag Operation Oklahoma from the tornado destruction. They are asking for people that can pitch in, help, and to, help the people with their recovery efforts. So if you guys want to get this information out, just to be able to help those poor people over there in Oklahoma. My thoughts and prayers are with all of them through that destructive tornado. Also, Navy SEAL warns of imminent martial law. This woman on, I guess it's Before It News, so Before It News is pretty much like, take it with a grain of salt. But, this woman sounds like she is pretty serious, and this is from Truthers Beware. Or Traitors Beware, I'm sorry. Very interesting piece here, talking about the nuclear disarmament and how it's coming very soon and actually is already starting to happen with checkpoints, and we should see something by this weekend as they fully charge up HARP to cause a huge catastrophic event. Also, the beginning of the Second American Revolution from Storm Cloud's Gathering. And I also like to thank everybody out there that sends me links and information to get the news out to the public. You guys are much help. Saves me time and energy from running around all over the place trying to gather up the news for you guys. So here we go. The beginning of the Second American Revolution is from Storm Cloud's Gathering. Very interesting piece talking about it is pretty much inevitable. It's going to happen. And he was saying the best way to do it, to start off with it, is to have patriots or police members, or model citizens and even ex-military that were honorably discharged, to chain themselves to government buildings to watch for the police tyranny and how they will beat and mistreat the people on the door, because eventually they're going to have to move them. And the government will realize, hey, we don't have the power. You see what I'm saying? To start with a peaceful protest first. That's the best way to get the message out. But if you guys want to go ahead and watch that video, very interesting stuff there. Also, word from the Lord, chaos. It says, my fury breaks forth like never before. Supposedly the Lord's talked to her, giving her a message saying that he is coming for his wife. And that very hard times are ahead, and to pray to the Lord for protection, because the time is coming. For there shall be water, the seas, the waves in the seas roaring in proximity. Also, word from the Lord, the closing of the last hour. This is also from the same person, also talking about how Jesus is coming for his wife. So if you guys want to look into that as well. Also, Prophetic Message from the Lord on May 19th, 2013, about the number 23. My dream said 22, 23, 24. That something would happen. And I also heard something about a J month, and then also May, but the J month was for the asteroid. And in my dream, the tidal wave and the flooding happened before the asteroid. I don't know if the asteroid, or if an asteroid caused the flooding yet, but I do know there was a lot of water and stuff. You guys want to check out my dream video. It's on in my video list. Also here, National Scout Jamboree 2013 False Flag Insider warning Nevada governor. Okay, and this is talking about the Boy Scout thing, the Scout Jamboree. Now they said they'll have the area protected, but they actually moved this location into a more vulnerable area. So you guys want to look into this, very interesting stuff there. Also here as well, 5/23/2013, Rachel Maddow denies weather modification equals serious misinformation. This is from dutchsinse. Title pretty much speaks for itself. dutchsinse always does great stuff. You know, also help them out. Him and Taboot Upload It is his new, or Reload It is his new page. And they're creating a new website for news and all that other stuff so people like us can gather and get information. You know, also just in case YouTube decides to shut us all down. Also, Holder okayed search warrant for Fox News reporters' private emails today, May 2013. May 23rd, 2013 is for Mary Greenlee, 1954. Supposedly, Holder and the Department of Justice also was going into Fox News reporters' private emails. So not just Associated Press. So there you go, media. Is that enough information to know that this government is tyrannical and you're still going to go by everything that they tell you to do? You guys aren't on their little happy list. You guys are going to be thrown into FEMA camps as well as all of us. They don't care about you. They're using you as puppets. So get the daggone truth out. Stop, you know, pussyfooting around. Excuse my French. But also, here we go. North Korea willing to start talks on denuclearization, Chinese media says. Supposedly, Kim Jong-un told Chinese leaders that they will denuclearize their country so they can get help back with China. Now, honestly, I think that this is a charade and a ploy. I really do not think that North Korea is going to denuclearize themselves. And I think China knows this too, but they just want the world to think that they are. You see what I'm saying? Also, hundreds evacuated in Norway as flood waters rise. Nearly 300 homeowners were evacuated in southern Norway as snow melt and torrential rain turns rivers into uncontrollable torrents. You know, I pray for all these people going through this, just like the people going through the tornadoes down in Oklahoma. You know, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. So, you know, also today Obama, it's on here, you know, about the whole media thing. People were talking about the drone strikes and then about Gitmo and all this other stuff, and Obama was looking a little scared up there on the podium. But if you guys want to look into that as well, interesting stuff there. Also, moon being pushed away from Earth faster than ever. You guys want to look into this very interesting article here. Earth is pushing the moon away faster now than it has for most of the past 50 million years, mostly a result of tides, a U.S. researcher says. Matthew Huber of Purdue University says his models of the influence of tides on the moon's orbit help solve a long-standing mystery concerning the moon's age. NewScientist.com reported Wednesday. And this guy right here is the guy, the scientist slash professor, that warned if there was an incoming asteroidal object that was going to hit Earth, they wouldn't tell the public about it if there was nothing they can do. Have that on my eyes on video. Also, FlightTrader.com. There has been a lot of traffic heading in to Colorado right now. A lot of Learjets. And a lot of them coming from the West Coast and East Coast. I know it's Memorial Day weekend coming up, but this is strange. A lot of traffic coming into Denver. Let's keep our eyes out on that, folks. And a lot of these are, I have this link at the bottom in my everyday links if you guys want to check into it. Also, no chance of surviving. Russia to evacuate drifting polar research station. You know, somebody left a very good comment in my earthquake update box, and he was saying about, you know, how these plate shifts are also going to be more common because of these polar ice caps sliding and moving. So, you know, very interesting there. An evacuation of the North Pole 40 SP-40 research station drifting on an ice flue near Canada has been ordered by the Russian National Research Ministry. There are fears the situation could become an emergency amid rapidly declining Arctic ice coverage. So it says the Russian station, which has no chance of surviving through the summer. More on global earth changes. Lots of crazy stuff going down, folks. Also on the earthquakes, there was just a 5.4 in Australia, 5.0 Papua New Guinea, 5.1 Iran. We had that 7.5, which was downgraded to a 7.4 in Tonga, the 6.6, which was downgraded to, actually the 6.8, which was downgraded to a 6.6, then a 6.3. This is in the Tonga region. Also Montana showing some signs around Old Faithful. So keep our eyes out on that. You know, like I was talking about here with these earthquakes, you know, we got to pay attention to them, because this one guy, he gave us a warning. You know, he lives in San Jose, and he's leaving now, taking his family west or east to higher elevation. You know, I'm also starting to get other confirmation, you know, about things, and he was talking about how they're evacuating high-level people right now from San Francisco area to the airport and sending them out. Now, is that why there's so much traffic going to Denver from San Francisco right now, and from Los Angeles and Seattle? Something to keep an eye on, folks. You know, he warned of a plate fracture down around the Tonga region, and this right here was just a precursor of what's about to come. And it's also going to knock loose the Oregon, California, Alaskan plate right there. You know, Alaska did just have an earthquake as well, so keep our eyes out on that. Fireball reports right now are null. Not very many coming in. So keep our eyes out on this. Right now it's just saying one report, just updating it real quick to see if there's any more. Nope. So the 18th, a lot of fireball activity, so beware and be prepared to keep an eye out on that. Also, here's the current solar image of our sun. Solar data, looks like we're in the middle of a flare right now. It's on C, it's probably going to max out here on the C, but if it does go over the into the M or X class, you know, I will update you throughout the night. You know, also we are still in a solar storm, radiation storm right now, as you can see. You know, KP index still acting stupid, electron flux acting stupid, so we'll have to keep our eyes out on all that. Also, cosmic ray density is spiking back up on this chart here. It's still holding steady. Pitch angle still acting retarded. On the muon monitors, you know, also showing, you know, some slight deviations. Down here on McMurdo real-time data, there is a slight uptick again after we had that huge drop. So have to keep our eyes out on that as well. Also here on HARP, on the Rio meter, showing huge plasma penetration and very huge instability. You know, also here as well. So keep our eyes out on this as it goes through, as we go through this cycle. Here on live earthquake maps, just to come back, you can see we had a 2.5 in Arkansas, 2.4 in Utah, 2.6 in western Montana, 2.2 in Washington, even up here around Alaska, showing signs all the way down through and through, even over here in Kamchatka region, and then down around this whole ring of fire. And then all of these around here at the south of the Fuji Islands, or Fiji, F-I-J-I Islands. So there you go, folks. Also over here around France and Greece has been having a huge uptick as well, so keep our eyes out on that. So there you go, folks. Just wanted to give you guys that info. Like always, all links will be at the bottom. Sports, news, weather, all links provided at the bottom, all links used at the bottom, and some extras for your delightment. Also, I will have my comedy link at the bottom. I have a few people that told me, you know, they missed the comedy link, so I'll put that back up so you guys can go ahead and laugh it up a little bit, you know, because I know a lot of things going on nowadays are kind of depressing, so I like to put a little bit of cheer into these links as well. So there you go, folks. Much love to you all, and may God bless us all.